Okay, all set, all done. Now it's time to get into the action. So before that, I just wanna let you know that. So this module covers basic, some of the basic usage patterns and best practices to get into the advanced uses of Matplotlib. And once this module is done, then we'll go into the other modules which are pretty much advanced one by one. And at the end, we will see what all different types of plots that can be created using this and what all different type plots that are available in this world. And that we will be seeing at the end of this course. And that will be another course. However, let's create a first graph or plot with Matplotlib. To do that, I need to import Matplotlib as well as NumPy. I need an arrays. You know what is NumPy. We have discussed in our previous course. If you haven't watched those videos, you go back and watch the intuitive NumPy for you course, and then you get back to this Matplotlib course. If you have some basic understanding about NumPy, it's fine. You can continue your course along with me. Okay, let me import. So import few more modules. So let me import matplotlib. From matplotlib, I want to import mpl module. And this is successful because we have installed matplotlib, and inside that matplotlib you should find this mpl module as a module. So then and matplotlib.pyplot, from that matplotlib.pyplot we have imported plt module also. So now what's left? What's been left? The only thing that is importing numpy as numpy as np. And so importing all modules are successfully done. So now I hope you're all excited to create your first plot in Matplotlib. So I do. So create first plot using Matplotlib. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here in this case, so Matplotlib graphs our data on figure. Okay, this is a module. This is an method of a plt, a figure, so each of which can contain one or more axes. A figure can contain one or more axes. An area where points can be specified in terms of xy coordinates. So that's called a figure. So now the simplest way of creating a figure with an axis is using pyplot dot subplots. So we can then use axis dot plt to draw some data on the axis. Okay, so let's create our first figure or first plt. So I hope you're all excited. So let me say fig and then ax. I'm taking two variables and I want to attach a common object to the two variables. Okay, that object would be plt. Then from the plt module I'm gonna bring some method. So what is that method? So let me scroll down. There are a lot of methods which are attached to the plt module. Some of them are echo, angle spectrum, annotation, arrow, autoscaler, axis. You see that axis, ax at ax head span, axis, x line, ax v line, ax v span, bar graph. You see bar graphs, bar h box plot very much important, then button circle, then we have a color bar csd, so fig image figure, so figure anyway, with that figure only we can create a new figure and formatter, and lot more imshow is also used widely, we'll use it in future. And line 2D locator we use widely, matplotlib, matshow, mlab, and there are a lot. Just before you jump into the matplotlib, it's better to understand the namespace of matplotlib before you do any type of activity. And here is the scatter plots, a rectangle, SCA, save fig. To save the figure, it's a save fig. Stairs, stack plot, subplot, and here is the subplots. Okay. So now let me click on subplots. So what does a subplots do? Subplots create a figure containing a single axis. That's what it will create, a figure containing single axis. So let me now ax figure we'll be using this fig variable name to save the plot, whereas ax is the one where we will attach the values to the variables which are mentioned inside that. So ax dot plot, ax dot plot, and inside that I'm going to give x and y. So x 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, and on other side y will be another sequence of elements. So 1 comma 4 comma 2 comma 3. So what we are saying is plot this data on the axis, and that it would be a common axis. And here is the magic. That's it, your plot is ready. Can you see that? And what is this object? It's a matplotlib dot lines. It's a line 2D, and it's stored. This object, this plot object, has been stored at 0 hex. That's a hexadecimal. And 0 hex 1ED2. So this location, you can, if you want, you can convert this. You can typecast this hexadecimal address to the decimal if it is required. And here you can see this is x-axis and this is y-axis, and here is the graph between x-axis and y-axis, and each and every point has been plotted based on the sequences that we have provided to the um, plot method. So now that to get this figure to display, you may have to call for, so sometimes you may have to call plt.show depending on your backend. Okay, if your backend depends upon what kind of configuration you are using, based on that you have to call sometimes, not for the all. For for mine it's not required. If you are unable to display it, then you just use here say plt.show. Of course we'll get the same response, but still, if you are unable to display it, then plt.show can be used to display the figure. So depending on your depending on your backend. Okay. For so next in future sessions, in future slides, we are going to look into the what is figure, what is graph, what all parameters it consists of, what is matplotlib methods, and how does it help us to create new ones, creating, viewing, and saving matplotlib figures. All we are gonna see. So all visual analytics will be loaded